Hello everyone. Welcome to our second episode of our Discord.py tutorial. In this episode, we will learn about commands, and we will also be creating an 8-ball command. So let's get started. I have the basic bot setup here from the previous episode. You can watch that video if you haven't already. For our commands to work, we need to allow message content intent in the bot. Intents are just a Discord feature for bots' controlled access to sensitive user data. We will first create a variable for our default intents object. Then we will enable the message content intent by setting it to true. And then we will pass our intent variable to the bot object. We would also have to enable the intent from the bot page in order to use it. Head over to the Discord developer portal and select your application. Go to the bot page, scroll down, and enable the message content intent. Now we can start making our prefixed commands. Commands are just user-initiated instructions for a bot to perform specific actions. We will first have a bot.command decorator so it can register our function as a command. Then we will start writing our async function. The name of our command will be the name we use to define our function. We will pass the commands.context object parameter as ctx in this function. In this command, we will just send a message using the bot. We can use the ctx.send function to send a message using the bot. Let's run our bot and test the command. As you can see, that the command is working as we wanted. Now we will see how we can have arguments or user inputs in a command. First, I will copy-paste the simple command we created and rename the function to a name which will be different from previous command because we can't have two commands with the same name. Then, we will pass a new argument in the function. This argument will be the user input for our command. You can name the argument anything you want. Then we can simply use the parameter in our function. Now, let's restart the bot and test our command. As you can see, our command is working as we wanted, but there is one problem. The say command only gets the first word as an argument because we passed one word argument parameter. To fix the problem, we would have to pass a star or multiplication symbol as an parameter before the argument parameter. We want to have multiple words. Here, I'm making a say2 command with the multiple words argument. This will take all the words written after the command as an argument. Let's restart our bot and test the command. As you can see, the command is working as we wanted. It will take all the words written after the command as an argument. Now we will learn how to handle errors in the commands. Here you can see, our bot doesn't say anything when we don't provide the required argument. It's because it's throwing an error in our console. Discord.py has its own error handlers that we can use. We will create an error decorator. We will use our command function name as name.error. Then we will create an async function for the error. You can name the function anything you want. It doesn't matter. We will pass two parameters in this function, ctx and error. In the function, we will first check if the error we are getting is commands.missing required argument. If it's true, then the bot will send a message that the user should provide the required arguments. Here we are sending the message from the bot that the user should provide the required arguments. Now, let's restart our bot and test if our error handler is working correctly. As you can see, our error handler is working perfectly. Now we will create an 8-ball command. An 8-ball command is a fun command which answers the questions of the user. I already have made the responses that the bot will use to answer the questions. I will pin this file download link in the comment. Now let's start creating our command. We will start with the bot.command decorator. As we know, in Python, you cannot start the name of functions with a number, so we will register the command with an underscore before the number. We will pass one argument after the ctx parameter. This argument will be multiple words argument. This will contain the question of the user. For this command, we would need the random module, which is an inbuilt Python module. We will use it to draw a random response from the response file. First, we will open the response text file in read mode as response file. Then we will create a variable that will contain all the lines separated in a list with the readLines function. Then we will use a random line from the response file as a response. We will use random.choice function from random module to do it. Let's start the bot and test the command. As you can see, the command is working perfectly, but we don't need our command name to have an underscore. To fix this, we can use aliases. We can have multiple aliases in a command. We will use the aliases parameter in the bot.command decorator. The parameter will accept list of strings as command aliases. Let's restart the bot and test the command. The command is working perfectly. We can also have multiple aliases. We can add them by simply adding more strings to the list. Now we will handle the error for missing required arguments, same as before. Let's start the bot and test the command. The 8-ball command is working perfectly as we wanted it to work. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe the channel and like the video if you liked this tutorial. Next part is coming soon.